I have no idea why I'm typing away when I go, I could just press go live, do it properly, and then speak into the microphone. Save me all of the effort of all this typing. What am I, some kind of a pleb that doesn't know how to speak into a microphone? Boz, thank you so much for being here. You are a true legend, and it's lovely to see your name in chat. It brings me great joy. I'm glad you managed to get through your work, although hopefully the busyness isn't stressful. I do like the breakfast teas. That's what I tend to just go for. For me, it's not really about the flavour as much as it is the ritual. The ritual of stopping and having a moment. So, I think I've been self-employed since 2007, so 18 years now, and throughout all of those years, I had a lot of time where I would just start early and then keep working and keep working and keep working. And when you have enough years doing 14-hour days and then thinking, I haven't really stopped, you realize that that's probably not healthy. So having a way of breaking up my day and having just forcing myself to make a cup of tea was that I'm taking 5 minutes. So I'd have a long list of things to be done throughout the day and decide, yep, I'm going to do that far down. Once I've done that bit, then I'm going to stop and make a cup of tea. And that's what it's about. I could be just as happy with a coffee or a hot chocolate or even a bovril. Although tea's my preference, but it's not by a lot. It's the ritual. And I think the ritual of making it helps, and the fact that it costs pennies to do is like, it's a cheap, tasty moment. Just for me. Cause, welcome in. Oh, Cause, at some point, I keep saying this, I need to get you into my single player world, which makes no sense. Single-ish player, no, solo-ish, that's the wording. Just because I'd like to be able to walk you into the bank and go, look, this build has been possible because of your help. And I'd like to do that at some point and record it. Just because, even if it takes like 15 seconds of a video to go, look, there's a cause. Zach solo server. Exactly. Wait. Zach solo survival multiplayer. So, right. We are not playing in Java today. We are playing in Bedrock. So let me launch up Minecraft and connect to the server. I haven't really played on TB since... Oh, I saw the zombie through that hole. Since we took on the Wither quite a while ago. And I've been sat in here cowering ever since. I lost most of my gear, several sets of elytra, but I do have a beacon somewhere, I think. Nether star. There's a nether star. I don't need a nether star. All I wanted was the Wither roses, of which I have 30. Unfortunately, I think I need 42. Or something along those lines. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 5 plus 3 plus 1? You do the math. I can't bother. I know it's more than I have. So I'll probably end up going in, placing those Wither roses, and then switching things around later. So I might do a few squares of campfires and then Wither roses and the rest. Or I just find someone to steal some. Oh, slime. Mob farm works. Speaking of which, I'm going to have... Ooh. Yep, that was a moment. SMSP, survival mostly single player. Yeah, that makes sense. I've really enjoyed having my world that I can go, I'll do it at my pace. There's less stress and worry about how it fits in with other people's schedules. Even just as simple as TB, well, there are a lot of people on here, and I could see a future where they want to reset for Season 8, and if I don't have time to finish my build, I could get stressed or annoyed. Because I will look at my book and go, it's incomplete. But I'm on the server today, so I can do some things. I do not need this gunpowder. Right here. What I need to do is go to Geospace and get a mending book and an unbreaking book. Ideally 2 of each. I think I have emeralds. I have some emeralds, but not a lot. I have some books, but not a lot. I only need 4. That's all I need. What's the chance of getting mending and unbreaking? I may need some other things to trade. I can take that. It's not going to get me a lot more in the way of emeralds, but I'll take that. Do I have anything else I can trade? Not really. Geo won't mind if I just go around and steal stuff. Oh, hi, Geo!
Oh, for the sake of moments.
Oh, and the arrival sound. I have not heard that lately. Or at least I don't remember hearing it lately. If you've used it in recent streams and my brain doesn't remember it, does it really count? What are you looking for? Oh, I'm taking you up on your offer. You probably don't remember to offer. You know, flying works best when you put Elytra on. You may remember a month and a half ago I went and lost most of my wings, and I said, to be honest, I'm not too worried about most of my gear. I just want mending and unbreaking on my wings. And you kindly said that I could use your villagers to get the books I need. So I'm going over to get the books I need. And of course you can. I know, because you're lovely. Did my computer just go ding, or is that in my head or in my ears? I can't tell. Oh, that's weird. Yep, this is the first time I've experienced this update. There's iron in the basement. Thank you. They added the transparency to sugarcane when you get close to it, and it's a little bit weird. It makes sense because when you're in it, it means you can see around, as opposed to having very, very solid lines in the middle of your screen. So it makes sense, but it takes getting used to. I've been playing Minecraft for enough years that any change is a little bit weird. We heard bellings too. Oh. My computer's probably telling me something. Don't know what it's telling me. Nope. I see nothing. And unless it happens again... Oh, I know what it might be. Probably the fact that I've plugged my headphones in. Before I went live, my headphones told me that they were running low on battery, so I plugged them in. Oh, he's a puppy dog. Nicking sugarcane, though. No, I was cutting it for you. Should have brought my own. Right. Unbreaking and mending. These are nicely labelled. Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't have worried. Unbreaking. 1, 2. They are very cheap. Very, very cheap. I am not seeing mending. Did my eyes glance past it? Fortune, efficiency. Mending in the corner. Yeah, Geo, your garden is a complete mess. Zach is helping to prune it. Yeah, it was overgrown. Yeah, I found the mending. Thanks, Geo. I'll get there eventually. It just takes me multiple attempts. Mending. Yep, and yep. That's all I need. Although while I'm here, I'll get rid of this rotten flesh. I don't get a lot of rotten flesh. Is there a quick way of doing this in Bedrock? I'm so used to doing shift spacebar. Right, I have enough levels. If only there was some kind of anvil around here. See, I was expecting to say that and then see it. I do not see an anvil. Go down here, there'll be an anvil. Nope. I don't have one in here. I do have one back at base. Not sure there is. Okay. I mean, it's not a problem. Just figured that I would repair my elytra while here, but realistically, I've got enough durability between these two that it'll be fine. I may have broken the last one. If only you had some source of iron around here. It makes total sense that vegetation is transparent. Sorry, I didn't read that earlier, of course. I saw it and went, oh, I'm distracted with doing this thing. No idea what the thing was that I was distracted with. Would you like to refresh your traits? No, you wouldn't? Okay. That's fine. I'll just trade with this guy. I don't technically need to do this. It just, as I'm here, it clears out that chest and gets me a few levels. Right, where do I put your sugar cane? Maybe I'll just keep it. Tell you what, I'll do. Oh, anvil. That way round? Or mending and breaking? I had it right the first time. Unbreaking into mending. And then this one as well. Oh. I don't have the levels! I can do it when I get home. It's fine. I can do it when I get home. Just put this pair on because it's got unbreaking on it. And we'll head home. Aged New Gamer, welcome in. Hi, Zach and chat. Doing the worky lurky thing. Well, I very much appreciate you being here in any capacity. Oh, look at my handsome face. Hang on. Did I just manage to completely mess up? I did. I went the wrong way. Thankfully, I've got Unbreaking 3. Otherwise, my light would have run out by now. This way, I think. If it isn't this way, then I'm going to have to keep guessing. There's only so many different directions I can head out from the place. It's not this way. I came over. Oh. Where are you going? Home is left. I see that now. I was about to suggest flying the other way. That's me. Yes, I know, but it's also home direction. I don't need to go by this building. I shouldn't be spawning. Oh, that's weird watching things spawn and then instantly despawn. Just satisfying to go through. Gee, does that get lost like some of our other favourite TPers? Hey, I haven't been on the server lately because I've had a few other things going on. That was easy. Made it home. And I've got more emeralds than I started with. Not by a lot, but yeah, something. Paper, which can go in the rocket shop. Oh. Okay, I don't have that much space. Paper and sugarcane. We have some rotten flesh that goes back over here. And we're going to start working on some digging. Flesh. This is good. I don't know if I've slept lately, so let's just sleep now. And then I'm going to avoid the phantoms. Yep, there's Jade lost, Geo lost, and lastly Zach lost, Jade being worse. I haven't been on the server for a month and a bit, and I don't often fly to your trading hall. I'll have you know. Now, today, I want to do some digging and some clearing for this future projects, and I need a shovel. I do have another shovel in my essential shulker. I'm just having a look at what else is available. Efficiency 5. That's cool. Four. I mean, technically 4 should be plenty, but if I wear these ones down, I might then put mending on them. Or silk touch. You know what I mean. Should prioritize this one. My pickaxe is already... Oh, yep. That's recovered. I didn't lose that to the wither fight. I lost everything else, including my dignity. Still takes a little bit of getting used to the Minecraft the pickaxe breaking animation. You know what I mean. Bedrock's funky. So yeah, we're going to clear this down. I have plans. It's going to involve having a house over this structure and slowly contouring down the area. I should do that as often as I can because that's also repairing my Elytra. I wish I knew what the durability was on it. Curse you, Bedrock. This comes out, and these bits come out. I'm going to end up with lots of stuff that will need sorting later. What I may do is place some chests down near my hole over there. Just deal with it when I want to deal with it, rather than have it dictated to me that I have to do it now. In fact, if I was clever, which I'm not, if I was, I could put down my ender chest and just grab chocolate at a time and unload. I'm not going to be keeping anything outside my hotbar other than rockets. If I do that, makes it easy to clear off. Hello. Hey, pig. Sharpness on my sword works quite nicely. Should also switch to my pick and my shovel whenever possible as well, because if I'm going to put XP anywhere, it makes sense to put it into the tools that I'm using. The sword, whilst obviously I'd like it mended eventually, I'm not too worried if it runs down. The sword is self-repairing and I'm often holding it when I'm getting XP anyway. Now, there is an argument for putting a beacon down for when I'm doing the stone. But when I look at this area, it doesn't feel that significant that I should need to. Thank you. Geo, do you have a habit of getting lost? Because I've never seen you lost. Maybe you just hide it well. Or I don't hang out in your streams often. One of those. Speaking of which, if anyone here isn't familiar with Geo, you should be. There's a link. Even more so in Bedrock, no maps. I mean, I don't have maps in Java. I am one of those weird people that plays completely vanilla. Completely. So I don't have Silk Touch on this. I think I have some grass downstairs, so I'm not overly worried if I take it all out. And realistically, if I need grass, I can Silk Touch something from somewhere else. And again, I want to kill as many mobs as possible to help repair things. Probably going to focus on my pick whilst there will be a need to repair the shovel. Once the dirt's gone, it'll be mostly digging. Gio says, I cannot get my head around how coordinates work. I was head off in the wrong direction. Were you around when Witherbag joined me? You were. Wither got lost in the end several times. And also on Ramble Life, heading the wrong direction. The very, very simple path from the Froglight farm to the Nether portal was get off the block. Essentially, it was jump off block, head that way to probably about where that red concrete is. That was how far the portal was away. And, yeah, Witherbag got lost. Bear with. There we go. Maps are fun for showing aerial view. Oh, absolutely. I just don't necessarily carry one on me or have the mod. So I will utilize maps, but I'll tend to do it in a. I'll go and make the map and put it on the map pool. In fact, I have plans to do that in my Java world. I have a space for it and everything. Well, I don't have a space for it, but I have a space plan for it, I should say. In the library. Where there will be silence. Silence in the library? Yeah. You know what I'm trying to say. Ah, hi cow. It's probably in my interest to keep the grass over some bits as long as possible, because then I get mobs spawning, but I'll get hostile mobs as well. But on the plus side, if I just do that side first and then do this later, I'll still have things spawning where I haven't dug down. That makes sense. To be fair to without her, the end all looks the same. Yes, but we were also talking about the nether, which looks the same. Bliss Bear, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome in. Tell me about the stuff and things. Who are you? Where did you come from? What do you do on Twitch? How was your stream? We've been kicked from the bear den. Bliss Bear raid. Hey, I mean, my place isn't that bad as a second choice, is it? Welcome in. You join me as I am digging dirt. It's the most exciting part of Minecraft you could ever see. Should introduce myself. I don't think we've met before, Bliss Bear. If we have and I'm just failing to remember, feel free to ridicule me and tell me off. Go, oh no, we met. We were in the pub once or something. I'm Bliss. I was playing a solo adventure on Minecraft, but was on Java this time. Do you play both? See, I would say I'm predominantly a Java player. However, now I'm much more 50-50. At least I should be. The last few weeks, I wouldn't say are reflective. Because... reflective? That's not the word. Representative! I don't know why I said it that way. Representative? Yeah. I've had some family stuff that's been taken over, and so getting on the Bedrock server with other people has been harder to organise what I'm doing, especially in line with videos when I've got other things that I have to keep an eye on and be on top of. 50-50 is the best way you get best of both worlds. I think it's also just nice to go based on what you feel inspired for. Bliss Bear, thank you very much for the follow. I should properly introduce myself. Hi, I'm Zach. I'm a variety streamer, but I do play a lot of Minecraft. Confirmed serial dragon murder. What am I going to say? Oh yeah, so this server, so playing on a SMP with other people where you are playing in parallel to each other is a very different angle for my solo-ish world where it's led by me and my pacing that I want. I have different projects in mind for here than I have on my solo world. Just because scale's different and I can choose projects that might, for example, run for years. I couldn't really build my market square on TB very easily. I don't spend that much time in Minecraft, and so it might take me longer than the season might be. And I'd hate to get to the closing part of the season and go, I'm not going to get to finish that build. That would be quite sad. And so having a world that I go, no, it ends when I want it to end, gives me somewhere that I can play larger scale projects in. Place larger scale projects in. Wow, my brain really isn't firing on all cylinders today. I mean, ever, but fewer than normal. It's been a busy work week. This is my relaxed time where I spend time with cool people like Gio and Boz and Cause. Okay, considering I've only killed a few non-hostile mobs, I got a little bit of XP. Who else is on? Is it just Alien? Oh no, Adequate and Merely's on. I did log on before going live, and it was just Alien. And when I logged back on, I made the assumption that it would still be just Alien. I shouldn't have made that assumption. And I didn't spot anyone say hello to me when I got on, you see? Antisocial people. We all heard it. Zach said I was cool. I've always said you're cool, boss. Boss, you're an amazing streamer. I would love to be half as talented as you. We all heard it. Boss is incredibly cool. He just doesn't necessarily keep a cool head.
Oh! Holy moly!
So, that brings me joy.
Oh,
VODS is lovely confirmed. Geo, stop it. He'll get big-headed and then he won't be able to leave because his head won't fit through the... Do it! Make him big-headed. We want to keep him here forever. Don't... Geo, as someone who plays a lot in TB and in Java, do you get used to the different animation for the blocks breaking? Because I always miss that breaking texture. That bit. It seems wrong. Just 6 more months for the perfect number. Wait. Races? 47 months. Oh no! They've been subscribed for 69. 47 months in a row. That's it. Gotcha. I read that and went, oh, 6 more than 47. That's 53. What's so special about 53? Yep, read the whole thing, Zach. Read the whole thing. It says 63 months. You know, because there was a time 47 months ago where Rhesus went, I will no longer support this idiot. Cancels his subscription. Then he felt guilty and turned it back on. There's different animation to the blocks breaking. Must pay more attention. Yes, there is. I don't know how it's different, but it looks different. It's wrong. It's just wrong. I mean, it's fine, but it's wrong. It's strange how a game that you play so many hours in, you get used to everything about it, and anything that changes, even slightly, it takes a lot of adjustment. Right, now I'm going to stop rambling on about that for a moment because I need to address the fact that Rhesus just resubscribed, hitting 63 months now. Rhesus has been a huge supporter of me for so long. I don't think I will ever do enough to deserve Rhesus support that he's already given. You're amazing, and I'm very, very lucky to know you and be able to call you a friend. Thank you, Rhesus. Going back to the topic of how when things don't quite look how you expect them to look and it being a little bit jarring, it's the difference for some of the block textures. Remember when they changed all of the textures in Minecraft? Subtly, but they changed them. Do you remember the old netherrack? And how people looked at what is now the current netherrack and went, ugh, it's wrong, it's not Minecraft. And now anyone who goes and plays an older version of Minecraft and sees the old textures, it just feels so wrong. It takes a while to get used to new things, but once you're used to it, anything other than that is just wrong. I don't remember what it was I saw with old textures in it fairly recently. May have been an old video of mine where I saw something. It was something in the nether. Where I saw the old netherrack texture and I went, oh, this is just wrong. I mean, it's perfectly fine. I should be used to it. It's relatively normal, but wrong. I mean, I'll take the wool and the... I would have liked to kill the sheep myself, and then I'd get the XP from it, but yeah, I'll still take the wool. In fact. Bad dog. Sorry. I had to do it. I just had to. If he's around, we get less sheep. And I need sheep for experience. It's that simple. Right, I'm going to take this area down, at least the stone down. And this would be my line in the sand. I'd like to get everything on this island at least down to this height before I start contouring. I think contouring is the phrase for it. Effectively dropping off so we don't have sun drops like this. I want it to kind of go from that height to that height in a nice elevation change. I'll get the shape and then I'll mix out the blocks. All I have to do is get the shape with the current stone, and then I can change things out to add the texture I would like. I'm planning on having sand and birch and probably some stripped dark oak going up towards dirt. I need to play with it a little bit. I haven't done a lot of texturing in Minecraft. It is not the thing I typically do. I do geometric shapes. And they look impressive. And I'm very happy with the builds, but there are so many areas of Minecraft that I'm not good at, and I need to fix that. I want to work on them one by one, and that's growth. Potential growth. Wow, do you too, Cat? Speaking of which. I just had to quickly check around to see if I could see my cat. I cannot. She's not here. She's somewhere else. Which is surprising. I've spent all day in the office and she's been in the office with me pretty much all the day. I think she's moved to the window to look at people walking down the street. Just to judge what cats do. Jasmine likes sitting by the window and looking out to see everyone, especially if there's dogs around. She likes watching dogs walk past. She seems to get quite excited and wants to play with dogs, which is weird. I'd expect her to be terrified of dogs. Oh, it's like, oh, it's a thing, I can play with it. Okay. For a cat, she'd hiss, but a dog, interesting. New friend. Realistically, I have multiple picks. I don't know how many of them are as powerful as the one I've currently got on me. I have a fortune pick and a silk pick that are efficiency 5, mending, all the rest of it. But I don't know what else I have. And at some point, I probably want to combine the picks that I've gained from end raiding just so that I can have a collection of them. It never hurts to have a set of pickaxes so you can do a big project, don't have to worry about repairing, and just keep digging away. Alien, welcome in. With that said, in the past, even when I've had mega digging projects, I tend to pace myself where I go, yeah, I'm going to wear out this pick, and then when it's down to really low durability, I'm going to do something else. And I'll have XP sources within my base normally, so it gets repaired before I do another session. I've very, very rarely had multiple picks to repair and pause the project to repair it. Normally, a pick is all I need before I go, yeah, I'm bored of this now. Pick up the star. Do I need granite? No. Do I need stone? Also no. Am I going to let it despawn? No. I mean, if it happens to despawn, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. But I'm not going to intentionally leave things to despawn. Just accidentally, and I'm okay with it. This is going to be my new line. Everything's going to be flat from here that way. Fortunately, I don't have much dirt on this hill. I was hoping to have some dirt so I could introduce a little bit of grass so I've got things spawning in the area while I'm working here. But if not, oh well, I'll get over it. It's not like I can't find other ways of getting XP. I've just enjoyed occasionally slapping a pig or a cow.
No.
Alien, have you been playing much on the server? Oh, I forget that this is a thing. I can just drop into the stream chat. If anyone wants to join me, they can. Fixed. Not that you have to, more of a because I forget that I'm on a server where people do jump in on chat. Get to join. Whoop. I can have some hostile mobs over there. I will ignore them. Don't need hostile mobs. I'm getting plenty of hostile loot from the mob farm that's beneath me and operating the whole time I'm here. I've not played much this August, but getting back into it recently. Okay. I don't want to pry. Witch. I'm coming to get you. I failed to get you. That worked. I got some gunpowder. Not gunpowder. Redstone. I mean, I did get gunpowder, but that's not what I meant to say. Don't care about gunpowder. I care about redstone. Not enough. I get. Whoop, 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 whoop. I get gunpowder from the mob farm. Spam click. That's the thing. Be doing this for the XP. Ow. I'm not wearing much in the way of armor, so I have to be sort of aware of that. I have boots. And boots are not that much protection. They're a little bit, but mostly protection from me burning my feet because of fire protection. And hurting my ankles because of feather falling. Goodbye. Yep, knockback quite powerful. I should carry on digging. I'll get the experience anyway. Oh dear! Oh, never mind. I was going to fly into the water, but you know, clearly not necessary. Now, I noticed the Groover's hole. Groover's great hole. It's got grass in it, but it doesn't seem to be ever spawning mobs. I'm presuming the grass only works in the right biome for mobs, and ocean is not one of those biomes. But I don't actually know. I really need to stop logging out when my storage system is running. It's making me waste a lot of time fixing it. Maybe you need a better storage system. Maybe you just need to throw things in a chest and let your cleaning lady clean it for you. I mean, you have a contract, right? Oh, wow, I shouldn't do that. Do that. Check behind me for mobs. And then just get another shulker out. Can I do this quickly before I get attacked? Probably not. I told you I couldn't. There we go. Oh, someone logged on. Aliens just waved at them. I'm assuming it's someone cool. Lady Jade! Stand by my statement. Can I grab this? Float over here. Drop down here. And I'll sleep. Might as well as I can. Also, out of curiosity, since I took out the gunpowder just before heading to Geo's, I wonder if there's much in here. Probably not, because I haven't made an effort to light up caves around. Yep, I was right. Not much. Also, not in an optimal position. At some point, I need to go around and light up caves, but it's been productive enough that it keeps me in flight. In fact, offload the excess. We'll continue digging. Gravel. I don't need gravel. Who cares if I get flint out of it? Gravel is renewable, and I'm sure there'll be someone on the server that has loads of gravel if I ever need it. Get from bartering farms. Oh yeah. I'm assuming aliens over here with the sorting system. Oh, wow. That looks awesome. Sorry. I shouldn't stand there, just in case that creeper comes in. Just in case. What might happen? That's looking like an improvement already. I do not have an axe. So I'm going to use a chicken. And comment if you want. Oh, it feels wrong. It feels like spoilers. Oh, darn it. I released the click. Digging. This makes me feel hecka nervous. Just worry there's going to be something that attacks me. I can't look around. My vision is so fixed on this one block. I cannot see anything. I am wearing no armor. Well, boots. And a set of wings. Doesn't give any protection. This is not the highest point. That is. I'll take this tree down and get rid of this. It is very much a slow project, just digging down a hill. There's not even a big hill. Just time consuming. But I can do it whilst chilling out, having a cup of tea and having cool people join me, then it's good. That's another thing with my soloish world, because I have more things planned for the soloish world than I have for TB. So if I'm not at an inspiration point for a particular thing, then I can't decide to work on something else. So whilst working on like digging this down, if I go, I'm bored of this, I haven't got that many other projects that I can distract myself with. Hey, aliens, of course. Now, when Alien said I could come in, I presumed that meant that he was at the base when he said that. However, it looked like he flew from over that way. Here it says, look, she's had to head out to a meeting. Is it a parish church one? Thank you for being an awesome lurker, of course. Hey, you did it. Inca Raid, thank you very much for the follow. Very, very much appreciated. Sort of, yes. Okay. Why, when you say meeting, my brain goes to both the parish council or like a teacher parents meeting. But teacher parents meeting, I would have thought that you'd be more likely to go with. I heard my name and I got an ad. Oh dear. We greet everyone who follows with an ad. That's the problem. If you follow, you instantly get given an ad by the Twitch. That's how it works. For clarification, that is not how it works. But ads are set to automatically run, and sometimes they automatically run at really convenient times, and sometimes inconvenient times. All I can do is apologise when it's an inconvenient time. Hopefully, it can let me know when they are back from the ads. A puppy dog! It's so cute and adorable! Let me kill it! Nothing to see here. Do the dirt side first. Oh, needs to come down a bit. Wait, I did it again. Did you? You logged out or you left the area, unloaded the running storage system? So you were over there when you said I could come in. And then you did fly from over there. I knew it! See, I've made an effort to mitigate that risk and go, I'd rather have a storage system that just works and pauses when I leave the area rather than causing issues. But I have had slower systems on purpose to avoid that. We're back. Welcome back, Inca. Thank you very much for tuning and give a follow. I am going to ask a strange question. Where did you come from? The reason I ask is I'm just curious whether you have other streamers that you follow and watch that I might know, or whether I was recommended. Because ultimately, if I know what led you here, well, I can just use that knowledge to find more and more people. And before you know it, I'll be the most successful streamer on Twitch. That's how it works. Just need your input, and then I can become famous. I can become a rock star. Or not. We'll see, but yeah. As more of a Java player, you should check this one out if you get a chance. It is very satisfying to watch. Okay, I'm on my way. Flight time is time to eat for free. This time it's from the browsing feature. I tend to have a look around to find cool people to watch while I gather resources and such. Ah, you're a Minecrafter. I too am a Minecrafter. You never would have guessed. Marco! 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 Wow, the storage area. Marco! Oh. Marco. Marco. This looks familiar. This is the one that Alien built for last season, I think. Wish I could spectate. I can't zip around like I would normally. Hang on. Ah! Okay, goes up. Huh? Is the water bubbling up and pushing it that way? Yeah, it's going that way. So it has momentum across the water, and the bubbles keep it at the surface rather than sinking down. But then it's being picked up by a run. Oh. Okay. Hang on. I'm figuring. So you got a timer system here. But what's it due to? Oh, hang on. Nope. I would imagine this has filters in it to say which slot it goes in. But right. Bear with. So it's programmed for the hopper minecarts to go down the right run for the right thing? Ah! So these are the filters. It goes over, it loses one out. I'm not sure. There are a lot of mechanics here I would want to see a slice, to be honest, but I mean, you can jump in a call and explain it to me if you like. Erwin, welcome in. Polo, thank you. I, as a Minecrafter, yes. It's been a while since I have played / watched Bedrock, so this should be fun. I play both.
Hello.
Hello. You have.
That was actually very interesting, just watching you try and figure it out.
Well, there's a lot going on, and
yeah.
I'm assuming. So
this is
hang on,
like,
hang on,
first of all,
hang on.
This is from Silent. I just want to say that first. I can't take credit for it.
Yeah, I'm just looking. So it unloads a shovel when it goes over here. But why? Why does? It's a lot going on, all right?
Yeah.
And it's a system I've not seen before.
I knew it.
So how does it know which slice to go down?
Okay, so you put the input over here. It's kind of hard to get into because it's linked up off the back of these regular item filters, which is
Wait.
why this bubble column's here.
Regular item filters? What do you mean where?
Yeah,
What?
these ones over here. These are just like regular item filters.
Oh.
Although these ones probably look a little different too because Bedrock.
Yes, they do.
So I forgot about this. So on Bedrock, the kind of standard Impulse SV item sorter, because it uses a repeater, especially in the old days, it was a little bit kind of unreliable, if you like. So people came up with this, and this was before target blocks.
When
so
you say
needed
unreliable, do you mean when you've got water streams as opposed to hoppers? Because if you had a hopper chain, it wouldn't. I wouldn't have thought it'd be as unreliable as water streams.
Yeah, even with hoppers, it was still unreliable because, you know, Bedrock Edition, skipping items in the hoppers and that sort of thing. So this also might be a silent original, to be fair, but they figured out to use pistons instead to redirect redstone because at the time there weren't target blocks.
So why have you used pistons when you could use target blocks?
Well, target block. I don't have any wheat.
Oh, okay. I mean, where would you
I
get
got an iron
wheat from?
farm. I've got loads of wood farm. I don't need wheat for target blocks. I can just use these like the good old days.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not again. Okay.
So that's, you know, there's a water stream in the middle, so that everything that comes out of here then goes into this storage system. So obviously the bulk items are getting sorted first.
Yep, gotcha. So these are just standard. Yep.
So, oh, hang on, there we go. So the input chest is right here where I'm stood for just this system, but it's kind of hard to get to because of the you know, bubble column, which is I don't know if you spotted it, which is why you were looking over here. So what happens?
Hang on,
Yeah.
wait. Yeah, I saw the water, but I didn't really think about it. So it's going up and into this chest, but then gets picked up by the hopper minecart that would be sitting underneath. Yeah.
Yeah. So as long as the lever is on, so that it's actually, you know, running, it detects when an item is in this chest, and it will fire a minecart from down here.
Yep.
This minecart will go round underneath these chests.
Yep, it goes through that, whatever it's called, but it doesn't get sent off straight away because
so
it's on a powered rail that's unpowered, and the power only comes when this chest is empty.
No. So
hang on.
The power is actually so they
That
don't bump into each other.
So hang on. So when there is something in there, a signal comes in here that turns off that torch, which then activates the clock over here. So it sends it off after a period, so it's time based. But the timer only starts when the hopper minecart is there.
Exactly.
Right. Okay.
And then this piston is just there for the off switch.
You know I don't redstone, right?
I was going to explain it to you, but you're figuring it out yourself, and it's interesting to watch.
Okay. So then when enough time has gone by, the hopper minecart heads off, goes over here.
But we missed an important step. So the reason it's being dispensed down here is so that it can pick up the shovels. Now you may be wondering, why is it picking up the shovels? Well, the first 4 slots of the minecart need to be filled with a non-stackable item, so that it's only picking up one type of item.
And then that actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's really smart. When I figured out how it works, I was like, wow. Shovels are slightly cheaper.
I mean, you've got loads of wood and loads of iron. I mean, I make pistons because I can. Wheat's expensive. Yet, shovels.
Yeah, I'm cutting corners in other places, you know?
Clearly. There's budgetary constraints.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you not seen the state of the economy? I fell down.
Oh.
It's alright, I was just trying to do that.
So then that goes up this bit, and this is where it's slightly different from the tutorial because for whatever reason, yep, there's not really much here.
No, but I'm. What? Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, this is just all for the timing.
No,
like,
I was looking at the piston and what's the observer there? I just got timing. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So hopper minecart comes up here.
This is kind of a weird bit.
Go that way. What? Does it?
Yeah. So
I'd assume originally there would be a bend and this would just be one block further back.
No. So originally, this rail is actually how it is now, but this top block wasn't here, and that slime block was water, and these two powered rails were actually on the slope instead.
Okay.
Now the issue with first of all, I just moved the powered rails back, and because originally the issue is the minecart was going too fast. Then I ran into another issue where with the rail being bent, like you'd expect, it sometimes would just reach the edge and not go off. So I found putting the rails straight and then a slime block fix that, thanks to the YouTube comment section of the tutorial. So the minecart now goes the correct speed it needs to go, and obviously also goes into the water.
Because if it goes too fast, it might not.
Yes.
No.
So, as it's going, one of the other things about the timing is mainly just so that minecarts don't knock each other. But the other thing is it needs to pick up the index item. So in these chests, are the categories.
Got it. Yep. And so if an item goes through into the hopper minecart, it then. Hey, Widge, welcome in. The observer notices, sends a signal, piston pushes the. Pushes the hopper minecart into the rails, then goes up.
Yeah, so there's a little bit here.
When it gets over here, it unloads a shovel.
Yeah.
Because that's in the first slot.
Yeah,
Does it
the
unload
first 4.
3? Yeah. Does it unload all 4?
Yeah, so that's the timing here. That's why these repeaters are on 4 and 3 ticks.
So it can unload the shovels, which go back into the system, into the chest at the start. And then the thing goes up. It loses one item back into the filter one.
Yeah.
And the rest go up to the top, where it just heads down. Oh.
Yeah, pretty much.
That looks more complicated. What?
So
okay, so hopper minecart goes off the top, hits the trapdoor, lands down, sits on top of the hopper, unloads. Once it's empty. Oh wait! It must sit on top of the stair. Then sure.
Yeah, it sits between them. It kind of sits between them, so it's got the double speed unloading.
Yep, and then when it's empty, there. So the hopper. Hang on. So when it's sitting where you are and it's unloading, there's power from the comparator, which then pushes the observer up, which does nothing. It's only when the observer comes down, which will only happen when the hoppers are no longer unloading anything, that then the piston pushes out, which pushes the hopper minecart forwards.
Exactly.
Alignment wise, does the hopper, how far across does the hopper minecart sit into the stair block? Is it a trapdoor width?
Let me just put some in. I just love it. It's so satisfying to watch.
Wait, if you
like when the timing's all
if you just put one hopper, one minecart on there, as long as it doesn't have anything in it,
it's like that.
Okay.
So yeah, it's pretty perfectly actually.
Hang on. Okay. I thought it double pulsed the piston out.
Yeah, the piston. So sometimes if this hopper is the last one to pick it up instead of that one,
This
then
one instead of that one.
Oh, sorry.
Well
the
done.
one in front.
Well done for
the one in front instead of the one behind. I think then the comparator. Wait, no, that wouldn't make sense. I don't know. Occasionally, the minecart is. I don't understand why the minecart stays up here, but it's not an issue because as the next minecart is going up, the piston also gets triggered. Because the observer that detects the item being pulled from the chest also pushes these pistons, which is why it pulses right before the
you could do that.
minecart lands.
I forgot I could see that you were mining that piston.
Yeah.
That's weird. I thought that would just be your
Is
side.
that not a Java thing?
I don't know. I can't remember. I can't remember the last time I looked at someone mine something, because normally when you're mining stuff with someone else, they're using the right tool for it, in which case it's pretty much instant anyway, and I'm not watching that much.
That's fair.
Could you do it again?
Sure.
Yeah, it must do. It must do. It's just
totally.
It was like, oh yeah, that's a good way of pointing to it. I can see that.
As
opposed to this one and that one.
That way.
This one and that one. I'm not looking at which way your hand's pointing, and I can't tell.
That's what threw me off. I was like, do you not see me hitting them?
No, I didn't.
And then yeah, this stuff over here is just any spare items will go in this chest. And then this note block will sound just from the observer clock. And then I believe also if any items are in this chest, I'm pretty sure the system turns itself off. I think. Yeah, that piston gets pushed. So if any items end up in that
really necessary?
Well, it's just to let you know that it stopped running because an item for whatever reason hasn't gone through.
You could instead put a copper bulb or something. Just go flash, flash. You know.
I think we need something bigger. I think we need a bell.
Banging my head.
I think I need to add a bell. I think that would improve it.
Very clever. I like it.
Thank you. I contributed pretty much nothing.
I know. I didn't say you were clever. I wasn't admiring you. I said it's clever, not you're clever.
I figured it out. I figured out how it works. So.
Hey, I sort of figured out how it works enough that I could probably build it from a tutorial, same as you've done.
Well, I built it, then figured it out because it also wasn't working properly. 1 second.
Okay. Everyone just wait. Alien's about to say something really intelligent. He's just getting his words in order so he can be really impressive. He's going to come back and prove that he deserves his doctorate.
I fixed it when it was broken because it broke in this update. Mm-hmm. That's where my cleverness is.
Yeah. Hey, I couldn't see everything, didn't know all the components, and I can see bits and could figure it out, but I'm also streaming. I've streamed brain, and I don't think I did too badly.
I fixed it on stream with my streamer brain.
Yes.
And then I found out it wasn't fully fixed.
But I've never seen this before. And it's in a different version of Minecraft.
I've been playing a lot of Java Edition recently too.
Yes. But can you do all the things I can do in Java? Yes.
No, probably not.
I can't do much.
Well, I don't know. What can you?
Not a lot.
Well. Oh, okay.
See, my ability in pretty much everything is limited to the fact that I can normally get by on most things. I'm not an expert at anything, but I can normally be good enough that I can get by at most things in life. Like,
yeah.
I've done work on houses. I'm not particularly good at any of the things that need to be done, but I've turned my hand to most things and managed. There's things I hate doing, like tiling. I hate tiling.
Oh.
But I can do it.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not a massive fan of building certain things, but occasionally I can do it. This is not a good example, but with the unfinished ceiling.
What about shulker loaders?
Yeah. I might add a shulker unloader. The reason this wall is undecorated is because it will expand because this already isn't big enough for all the categories I want. So it will expand, and I think at that point I'll add a shulker unloader. I don't know. I don't really need a loader. I got an auto clicker for that.
That was not what I expected to see in that chest.
Yeah, this is just misc blocks. This is what I mean. There's not enough categories.
But you've covered most things.
Yeah, it's fine. It'll work for now.
Wait, you did say that you have Java. At some point, I'll invite you over to Java and have a look at the things that I've done. I mean, my storage area, but so the last impressive storage area I built was just an MMOM design, but it worked quite nicely. But that was on my community server.
Nice.
Cause thought it was okay as well, and if Cause,
there you go. You got the Cause seal of approval.
I would say approval, acceptance maybe. I have one gripe.
Yep.
When you redecorate the ceiling, isn't everything gonna fall into really annoying places?
I didn't think about that. And I'm kind of putting it off because I also just like getting up there is going to be a pain. Like I could mine up the layer above it so that I can walk or
which is
crawl.
what I've ended up doing quite a lot lately. Where you go, if I do a pilot hole in each of the corners, you go up 3 blocks in each of the corners. You can dig up there and just kind of mine across until you reach the corner, mine across it, and you end up with an area above the ceiling that you can then decorate. But it depends on what height you want to go up to.
I'll probably keep it at this height.
Yeah, keeping it at this height means you really need to just kind of scaffold up and do it.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Or
right, I'm going to let you get on
because
I got to go and eat.
But if you have a shulker in here, it can just shoot you with levitating, and then you can levitate up and mine the ceiling.
If you bring me a shulker, then I probably won't use it, but I'll try.
Sounds like a fun task. How does one get a shulker here?
Oh, and there's a bug where when you put them through the portal on Bedrock, they teleport to the top of the world. So good luck with that.
What?
Yeah.
Sorry. Huh? I know you need to
when
go
you
and
put them through a portal, they teleport to the top of the world.
You mean 256 blocks?
Something like that. I actually can't remember the exact thing, but I know
if I send them through in a boat, surely they just fall.
Nope.
What they?
I can't. Maybe. Actually, I don't know what happens then.
Because my plan would be to put them in a boat and. Then...
Oh, it doesn't work in boats. It doesn't work in boats.
What do you mean? It doesn't work?
Maybe it does.
You mean it does work in boats? It's not broken in boats, is what you mean, right?
Yeah, the bug doesn't work. I honestly don't know. I've never done it, but I know there's issues.
Right. I have a plan for a future stream then. I'm gonna play
well,
with that.
good to see you. I've got to go.
Enjoy your food. Thank you very much for showing me the stuff.
No worries.
Thing is, he's gone now from here. I don't know if he's gone from Discord. I can't tell. He could be listening to every nasty thing I say about him, so I have to be careful. I'm curious. Okay, so bulk storage goes across, then goes down, and over that way. Gotcha. Very, very nice of Alien to show me around and teach me some things. And even just knowing that some things are different and need to be different is useful to know. Otherwise, you get to the point of building it and then going, oh, that doesn't work. Much like a mob farm that I built and went, oh, that doesn't work. With my waterlogged trapdoors. Okay, that's counterintuitive. See, I'd expect to walk through here and keep walking forwards, not have to turn around. Arr. Built the base in the wrong direction. Oh, stuff. I think someone's been to a trial chamber. Anyway, I was digging. That's my place. I'm also impressed that he left without leaving stuff in the system sorting. Righty tighty. Have that hill to get rid of, and all the blocks that haven't despawned, thankfully. Although, am I that bothered? No, Thankfully, Karis isn't around to tell me off. Every time I've been on a server with Karis, she will moan at me anytime any block despawns, including things that I really don't need. I've been on worlds where we've had stacks and stacks of birch saplings, and then one will sit there and despawn. I would get told off. Like, how can you let that despawn? It's like, it's a birch sapling. I've got like a double chest full of them. It's fine. And then be reminded that it isn't fine. Some people can't let anything go. But enough about why my granddad died in the army holding a hand grenade. I have to say, part of my reluctance to get on the server has been because I haven't been on the server, and just getting on here and facing the fact that I haven't done much, and then other people have done such amazing work, and I'm so far behind. See, slightly more repair than it was. Not by a lot, but still counts. I'm also not sure who on the server is the most active now, because whilst I was active for the first few weeks of the season, you often find that some people drift away and they get busy with other things, so working out who is still active and how active they are takes a little while on a server like this. Because, for example, right now, the Adequate's on and working on something, but you don't know whether that is common or whether today just happens to be the one day that Adequate's finding time. Jade, on the other hand, I'm pretty sure has been playing quite, probably even live right now. I'm curious. I have to look. I need to know. I got to know. Yes, they are. Apologise for the red bar at the bottom. I'll fix that shortly. Just because I'm not in full screen. Mostly because I want to see what I can see Maribel's up to. Ooh. Nothing impressive. Excuse me? Okay, for some reason, OBS went, nah, you don't need to see Minecraft. No video. Cheeky monkey. While I shouldn't really care that much that I kind of would like a small XP farm in my base. I have access to an XP farm just over there. But it's over there. One here. Phantom! How you doing, Phantom? Anyone not familiar with Phantom? You really should be. They're an incredibly talented Minecrafter that builds things like that. And all I do is dig down some stone. I'm in Discord if you want to join. You're more than welcome. I'm just clearing space for a future build. And it's time consuming, but I'm just starting. I have a plan, I have an idea, but before I can start experimenting with the plan, I need to clear the stone. So I'm digging stuff down. Have you shared your plans? Not really. Because while I have a rough idea, I haven't planned it fully. What I intend to do is have a small naturalistic looking island where I want kind of that to be the high point, and I want it to slowly taper off, and I want a beach, and I want a barbecue, and a nice little cute house with a cute tree, and I like the idea of having some way of going underground from it. So I plan to have most of the base kind of hidden underground. Maybe go to the, the cupboard, and then you fall down into the actual base. But on the surface, I want a small little house. Cute. That's it. Probably not as cute as that, but I can try. Yum barbecue, exactly. Or BBQ. Feels wrong to say BBQ. I have heard people say it, and it's barbecue. also killing animals because I lost quite a lot of my gear when I summoned the Wither. And I have replacement stuff that's now got mending on it. But I need to mend my wigs. So I'm doing that as well. I have no idea how much stuff I lost, although I am currently going through the footage. And I'll see it at some point. See how many elytra I had before the Phantom Wither incident. Not worried. I've still got another 8 or 9 sets of wings, so I'm okay. Now I want some ribs. Oh. I didn't. Now I do. Weird how food topics come up in Twitch chat quite often, and they make streamers hungry. At a time where we can't really eat because we're streaming. I say that there are streamers that eat while they're streaming. I can't. It feels wrong, and also it's not like I can go to a just chatting screen and go, yeah, you can see me talk, and there's like, I'm a faceless streamer. When I'm eating, what would happen would be this. Nothing else. Nothing to see. Nothing. Just hearing me nobbing. No one wants that. Hello. Milo? Is it Milo Mix? Welcome in. If I mispronounce the name, feel free to let me know how to say it. I want to get it right. You have kindly and generously given some of your time jumping into my chat and giving a follow. The least I can do is try and pronounce your name correctly. So always feel free to yell at me when I get things wrong. I say that as if some people aren't willing to yell at me anyway. Some people in the community just yell at me full stop. It's just fun. Something to do. But welcome in. And again, thank you very much for the follow. Especially appreciated when I'm doing a more relaxed stream where all I'm doing is digging stone. A beacon might make sense. But do you know what else would make sense? Enchanting the other set of elytra. Okay. I'm not fighting the chicken in the sugar cane. No, that's perfect, 100%. Yes, I got it right. Thank you. I've been live on Twitch on and off for the last 6 years. I got a name right. It's taken me 72 months, but I got there. Yes, I had to quickly do the math of 6 times 12. My brain now hurts. And my head. I'm throwing this in here to be sorted later. I'm not sorting things now. I just can't be bothered. My storage is all the way down that ladder. I'd have to go down here. And then I'd have to put things away. There's something in my phone. You sound British? I am. Sorry. Brutish. I like that. That's a good word. Brutish. You sound Brutish. That's someone who has roughness in their voice. The sound of someone who you go, they've experienced some life. They've experienced some hardship. They have brutish in their voice. I know it's a typo. I and you are right next to each other. Or you and I are right next to each other. That sounds better. But I enjoy brutish. It's just made me smile, so thank you for that. Completely unintentional, but you made me happy. But I am British. I drink tea and everything. In fact, on my desk right now, there is a cup of tea. And I am such a British streamer, I even have a mug warmer. That's right. I go live every time with a cup of tea on my desk on the mug warmer so that it stays live, 2-3 hours. And it's Earl Grey today. I normally go with English breakfast, but I used up the last bag about an hour before I went live of English breakfast, and I went, oh, I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered to go to the store. I'll just have Earl Grey. So I'm having Earl Grey. That's right. Me and Jean-Luc Picard, practically the same, except I've got more hair. and I'm not captain of the Enterprise. But, you know, other than that, practically the same. Right, mug goes down, continue digging. I can't stop to drink tea for too long because I'll never get this thing finished. Is English lunch a thing? Do you know what? I don't know. There was an English... There was something else other than English breakfast, like afternoon tea instead of breakfast tea. Now I'm curious. I need to find out. There was definitely a brand of tea that said English afternoon, English tea, English afternoon, English afternoon, made by Twinings. So, I know it's not lunch, but when we say breakfast, it's more about breakfast time than it is breakfast the meal. So yes, you can also have English afternoon tea. Tea for every type of day, exactly. There's rainy day tea, there's warm day tea, there's cool day tea. Oh, look at them happy. I need the experience, alright? Yeah, I came down here for one bit experience. The fact that I could hear my mob farm from down here means that this hole is probably quite close to it. Right, yeet! Otherwise, I will start trying to run and realising very quickly I cannot. And the time when I try to run is when something's threatening my life. That is the worst time to discover you can't run.
Hello, my ragtime gal.
Aladar, welcome in. Pleasure as always. How are you today? Tell me the stuff and the things. What have you been up to? Have you just got back from doing a major shop? For those not in the know, Aladar always seems to go shopping whenever I go live. Arrives midstream and goes, I've just got back from the shop. The store. Sorry, you don't say shop. Be very British to say shop. Just got back from the gas station because I was craving a Dr. Pepper. Ooh. I have to say, I quite like a Dr. Pepper. Although, I no longer like the sugarific one. It just tastes too sweet. I actually like the Dr. Pepper Zero. But I haven't had any lately. I'm trying not to have fizzy drinks because it's just an unnecessary expense, to be honest. I know it's not a lot, but it adds up, especially if I'm doing it regularly. And right now, I'm trying to be sensible with money and save up. I need a pension so that one day I can retire from this horrible job working for a horrible man. I'm self-employed. But he is a horrible man. One day I will retire, and on that day, I can stream any day I like. Whenever I want. I can stream every day if I wish. And you can enjoy watching me as I dig dirt. Whew. Riveting, right? Are you enjoying your Dr. Pepper still, or is it something that's already gone on the way home? Because if you're going out to a gas station for it, surely I would assume you get a good sized bottle. Like a quart? Is it quart? Quart gallon? I forget what the equivalent is in the US. So in the UK, we buy fizzy drinks in bottles, but you can get like a can which is 330 milliliters, a bottle that's 500 milliliters, which is very much a one-person bottle, but big enough that it's worth resealing. But then you get 2-litre bottles, which goes in the fridge. You share it. You know, you have it with other people. You have multiple drinks out of it. A pint, for reference, is 320 ml, something like that. So having a 2-litre bottle is several glasses full. 6 glasses full? So if you're going to the gas station for Dr. Pepper, I'd assume you'd get a family-sized bottle. Equivalent of a 2-litre. Milo says, my art teacher had a British accent because we did a Romeo and Juliet custom design. Ooh. I have 2 things that popped to my head when you say Romeo and Juliet. The first of which happens to be Dire Straits. The second thing of which is Leonardo DiCaprio in the Romeo plus Juliet film. If you think it's weird that I'm saying plus Juliet, look at the poster, that's what it says. It doesn't say Romeo and Juliet, it says Romeo plus Juliet. Which I think was a fantastic film. Not perfect, but it told the story in a way that many people engaged with it that wouldn't have otherwise ever read Romeo and Juliet. And I think it's important to experience Romeo and Juliet in its original form as opposed to any other remake form, I suppose, that's less true to the words. Not more important. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that I think it's good to hear it with the original text, original wording, because it has a very different experience to watching Romeo and Juliet, which is the same story, but hearing the original wording for it changes it a little bit, and it also forces you to think about how words change. I'm from South Africa. Ah, welcome in. I say welcome you. I already welcomed you. What I meant to say is, hi! It's been a while since I've had someone in chat from South Africa. Or at least that I'm aware of. Sometimes people share where they're from, sometimes they don't. No pressure to or not to. Completely up to you. But it's been at least 6 months before I've seen someone, since I've seen someone say that they're from South Africa. It's been a while. I've never been to South Africa, although I do have friends that grew up and moved to the UK from South Africa. Have to say, my favourite thing about those friends, they know good food. Right, that's another little bit done. It's looking very flat, but I need to get rid of the mass. I'll contour later. Right, I have enough in my inventory, it's worth unloading, and we'll go murder a sheep. Hacha! Still getting used to the sugarcane roll. Weird. It's unusual. It's working. Let's just throw it in and deal with it later. It's a problem for future me. Future me is going to hate present me. But I don't care. And the sorting out of stuff. It's one of those things that I'm quite happy to potter away at doing whilst doing other things. And I do it on my Java world quite a lot, where I will just unload into a chest in storage, and then whilst I'm in there, yeah, I'm trading with some villagers, I'll pop in, move a few things around. I chip away at organisation, rather than doing it as I go. Do it later. Offline. We have to translate Romeo and Juliet to nowadays slang in a way that nowadays kids can understand. Did you have an age demographic you were aiming for? Just curious. Because I would say that kids of older kids that you'd still class as kids would be able to follow a language of the original far better than younger kids. And I think it would change how you approach it and some of the subject matter. Although a lot of Romeo and Juliet is misinterpreted as being romantic, some of it is a criticism of this is stupid. It's not necessarily right. This isn't the way that we should all aim to have our relationships. I mean, they promised to get married within a few days of meeting each other for the first time. Actually, I think it was the first night. I think. I could be misremembering, but it was definitely early on. And the whole story goes over a course of a week. But again, it's been many years since I read Romeo and Juliet. And so I wouldn't be surprised if my memory is just wrong. So feel free to correct me if I'm misremembering things. Please, please do. But the story of Romeo and Juliet is not a healthy relationship. It's not something to desire and aim for. But also, when you're young, you make decisions like that. And I mean, I remember being young and being in relationships, and when they ended, you go, oh, no one's ever going to love me, and it feels like the end of the world. And then by the time you realise, nope, it just didn't work out with that person, and maybe they weren't the right person for me. I wasn't the right person for them. And that's fine. Isn't it probably better that we figure that out? But when you're young and you do something or your world changes, it feels so devastating. The world as you know it is no longer. It's just it takes a lot of adjustment. And I think as you get older, the more things happen to you, and you learn that, yep, that's just the natural cycle. Things always change, and that's fine. Hey, pig. Part of me is tempted to fill this hole in. I'm going to. I like this being a flat for now. Someone's sleeping. I was going to head to the bed. While I'm not bothered about the night, I think Marabella's out doing things, so would probably appreciate. Part of me wants to murder the Enderman because I'm running a little bit low at Ender Pearls. But I do not have a boat on me, and I'm not wearing armor, so maybe not. Maybe it's just not that important right now. I've died enough in this season. No idea how many times, but it more than doubled last time I was streaming. Which is impressive for a single stream. Okay, not floating gold. Now, is this even the same level? No, this is one block higher than this. So, even though I've been doing this for 2 hours? No, hour and a half. So much more done. Although my pick has held up better than I expected. I was expecting to have to change more. And part of that will be down to the fact that I can repair it a little bit as I go. Have been repairing it as I go, but it's also because I'm not using it as much as if I was instant mining and mining out a chunk. And I get distracted by looking at alien space and learning new redstone things for me. But makes sense, I think. Although I do listen to some of the stuff that Alien says about Bedrock not working in some aspects. Bedrock Redstone not working in some aspects that Java Redstone does. And I wonder whether that will ever get changed. Mojang have been on a trend of pushing towards parity. And if they continue to push towards parity, some of those unique bits may slowly disappear. Not really. We had to translate it from English to Afrikaans, my home language, and a lot of the words. Half the kids in my class, so we added slang to. Okay. Gotcha. Thank you. I very much appreciate the explanation. I appreciate that having to answer that in text takes a while to type out. Oh, look, cows to murder. I mean, greet. Okay, that's cheating chicken. Better. All for the XP. Speaking of which, I'm assuming it goes to the Elytra before the... I don't know. Don't know if there's a priority or order of priority for which things get repaired. I know that there's a priority of mending things before you get experience, like levels. But I don't know if certain things get it first. I should know. I just don't. And because normally I have played later game Minecraft where experience is important, I have sources of XP, so I know that I'm never going to need to worry. If anything gets low, I just repair it. My solo-ish world in Java, my things are starting to look worn out. I just make an effort to trade each time I walk past the villager. And I'll get more experience from doing that than I'm using up digging out an area. Right, pocket's empty, done. Okay. I was expecting to open this chest and find it was already full. I'm pleasantly surprised by the fact that I got that much put away. I kind of like the fancy part of the story more. Like the fancy part of the story more interesting. In what way? Sorry. You mean Romeo and Juliet? I'm not following. I apologise if I'm being simple. Boop, boop. I do at some point need to grab the resource pack from another member of the server that effectively it gives you X-ray for mobs, so you can see mobs through walls. Because with that pack, or even just grabbing a friend over here that has the pack, they could then help me work out where the caves are nearby that I need to light up. Because with every cave I light up here, my efficiency for the mob farm increases. Which is worth having because I want those resources. Yes, remember you. Okay. I did actually watch Romeo and Juliet not that long ago. And it's because there was might have been a YouTube short, it could have been a film or something that just happened to inspire me to go, oh, I ended up talking about Romeo and Juliet. And then I went, I kind of want to watch it. Oh, it may have been Cinema Therapy. I watched a Cinema Therapy episode where they were talking about it. I went, yeah, it's been years since I last watched Romeo plus Juliet. and so I watched it. I enjoyed it. Well-made film. It was very much a film of the period it was made in. And I don't think I would watch it regularly. But it is a good film that you can go back and watch a second time. Some films you go, I've seen it once, I don't need to see it again. And that doesn't necessarily mean because it's not a good film. For example, I watched a film yesterday and this morning, last night and this morning. It was called Brothers, starring Jake Gyllenhaal and Tobey Maguire and Natalie Portman. I don't want to give too much away because I would actually recommend it. It might be worth looking up. Watch the trailer, see whether it's of interest to you and you want to watch it. It follows the story of a family of it was Tobey Maguire, Natalie Portman were a mum and dad of 2 daughters. Tobey Maguire plays a army soldier. He goes abroad for a tour, and basically whilst he's away, they think they lose him, and his brother becomes a better man for it because he kind of steps up instead of being the little brother. The brother being, in prison. I think he robbed a bank. The backstory, but he'd kind of been a disappointment to the father and was very much given a lot of hatred from the father. Like, you'll never be half the man of your brother, that sort of thing. Which is not something anyone should ever say to someone else, because that is not ever going to inspire someone to go, you're right, I could be a better man. No. It's just a really good story of how war changes people, and it's horrible and has consequences. Really good acting, and I not seen it despite it coming out in 2006, no, it's 2009, if I remember correctly. So it was 16 years ago it came out. I'd never seen it, and there was a small video I saw. May have been Instagram, may have been YouTube Shorts, just highlighting the acting skills of Tobey Maguire in that film. I went, I'd never seen that. Then saw it a few days later, available to watch on stream, and I went, yeah, I'd like to watch that. Mrs. Dragon said she didn't want to watch it, just wasn't her sort of film. So I went, okay, I'll watch it whilst you're away. So Mrs. Dragon has been away for the week. I went, yep, I'll watch a film for me. I enjoyed it. Really, good film, good acting, good story. But now that I've seen it, I don't feel a need to rewatch it. And there's other films that I will watch, enjoy, and go, yes, I want to watch it again. For some reason, you sound like a story writer. I don't know what it takes to be a story writer, or what a story writer would sound like. You have me incredibly curious, though, as to what causes you to think and say that. I'm going to end up reflecting heavily on that. Oh, maybe I am a storyteller. What I am today is a rambler. But that's part of streaming, I suppose. Some days we have very active chats and I'm interacting with chat. Sometimes it's me talking to chat. There'll be people that will watch a stream and partake in conversation. Sometimes people will watch and just listen because they've got other things to do. I thought I heard a trident. I did hear a trident. I don't have armor. Well, much armor. Just gonna head over this way. Drowning is a problem when you don't have a helmet. I mean, drowning is a problem even with a helmet, but you know what I mean. More significant a problem when you can't do much about it. So there are several drowns around there. Mostly the one with a trident I'd like to murder quickly. Whoa! Do you know what? That's quite terrifying when you're not wearing armor. Milo says, my friend said my English is not really that good, so I'll use fancy words. Want to or won't? Hey, that was slightly terrifying. Okay, didn't drop a trident, but you know, worth trying. Ow! Rude. Why am I doing this? Don't know. Just felt like a smart thing to do, you know, when I'm not wearing any armor. I thought I'd just jump in the ocean. Want to. Okay. I think as with all things, it's practice. It takes time. I mean, my language is very limited. Not necessarily English, but I mean other languages. I know little bits of other languages, but not a lot. But the only way you get better is practice. And I spent years not practicing things like French because I'm rubbish at French. I can't speak French. And that attitude doesn't actually help. I'm not very good at French is a much better way of looking at it because that leaves room for, but I could work on it. And it's only been the last couple of years that I've done little bits and slowly learned a little bit. I'm catching up on my shortcomings. Still not very good at French, but a little bit better than I was. Oh, I did get a trident. Nice! Must have gone straight into my inventory. I thought I was far enough away that I wouldn't have picked it up if I'd got one, but cool. I mean, I don't need to jump in there and try and murder another drown, but it was kind of fun. Copper and some experience. Very little, but still. I'm going to murder that sheep if I get there in time. I did not get there in time. Right, let's empty my pocket so I can at least pick up the wall and meat that's sitting on the floor for me. Can't be quick enough to murder the sheep, but at least kill the wolf. I'm even going to put the trident in shulkers, which will be a pleasant surprise when I forget about it, then rediscover it whilst I'm sorting stuff out. Also gives me an incentive to tidy up. I'm actually quite an organised Minecrafter. And I've had people accuse me of not being, because I go, oh, I'll throw it in the chest and I will sort it later. But my later is within a day or so. I just don't necessarily like standing and organising on stream. Especially as all of those shulkers need to go downstairs and be sorted. If I didn't unload into shulkers here, be going up and down the ladder all the time. That's a waste of time when I could take it all down at once, you know, save myself wearing out the ladder. Tidy, tidy, tidy. Oh, I wish I could offhand my pick, but I can't. I just murder things and then swap. It works. Thank you. Thank you. There's not a lot left to clear at this level. And I feel like that's enough progress that I can go, yeah, I'm done with that for the day. I have ideas for what to build next underground. Just felt I needed to put at least a stream into breaking the back of all of the work that needs to be done out here. Like a few hours of just digging, making progress, and then go, yep, I've cleared it a little bit. Otherwise, it's too much and it's just overwhelming. Like, oh, I don't want to do that. Too big a project. Thank you. And of course, one here. This sugarcane all needs to go, but if I just do that and that, okay, I'm kind of surprised the ones at the end didn't immediately pop off, but I'm okay with it. But that one did now. Weird. Magical sugarcane. What was that noise? Something took damage, but I don't know what. Let's unload the sugarcane and all the other stuff that's in my inventory right now. I'm already half full. For the sake of walking over here, I can now pick up stuff again. That doesn't seem too... Oh, it broke. The one over there broke. The sugarcane over there broke. This one's the last standing. I'm going to finish off this layer. Which, whilst I say that as if it's a nothing, even just this relatively small area takes a while to do. Yeah, work. It takes a while. It's a lot of blocks. And I know that it's not really massive. I've done big projects in the past that make this look insignificant by comparison. But still... It's not a nothing, it's a job. Milo, if I may ask, is there any methods you have to expanding your fancy words, as you call them? I know a lot of people that have expanded their English from watching English programs, for example, films, because if English isn't your native language, watching content that is English, if you know it well enough that you understand it and follow what's going on, I should say, then you can often pick up just an odd word here and there. I would love to get to the point where my French is good enough that I could watch a film in French, even if it had English subtitles, and just help me become more familiar with the language and pick up the odd word. I'd like to watch some French films that haven't been translated and dubbed in English. And I know you can watch a lot of films that are French, but have been redubbed in English. I'd rather watch something that is French from the start than something that's English being translated to French. I don't know how much of a difference it would make, but it seems like a... Okay, mobs to kill. Mobs to kill. It works good. Okay, I was gonna go empty my pockets. I really don't need to. In my head, I've done more work than I actually have. In reality, I've done a small area. I like just getting there. Nice. This rate, I'll start repairing my pickaxe next. I know I'm technically repairing the pickaxe as well. Bobo. Welcome in. Do you need diggy diggy time? I am doing diggy diggy time. I'm a good diggy digger. I do all the diggy dig stuff. I'm repairing my elytra. The only way I know how to. How are you doing, Bobo? I bet you are just about to have food. How do I know this? Because you're always just about to have food when you join me. Because you join me after you finish some work and other tasks, but just before you get food. It's the natural pattern. Always happens. Always. If today is the one day you are not getting food whilst you're watching me stream, I should say, I will be astounded, astonished, gazumped. Sadly, I'm gonna have McDonald's, so nothing good. I mean, McDonald's can be good. Depends on your definition of good. If it brings you joy, is that good? Yes. If it means you're no longer hungry, is that good? Yes. Is it necessarily healthy? Probably not. But that's not the only factor. It does not bring you joy. Oh, okay. Why? Why are you eating it? I know there are many legitimate reasons for eating it, even if it doesn't bring you joy. But to know what else to eat, nothing else sounds good. Yep, all been there. Although thankfully, for me, I very rarely am saddened by anything I'm eating. I'm pretty happy to get on board and enjoy the idea of most things. Mrs. Dragon is a little bit more choosy, so sometimes when we're having food of an evening, she'll say, I don't know what to have, what should we have? And she asks for ideas, and I can give her ideas, but half the time it'll be, I don't fancy it. Whereas when it's the other way around, and Mrs. Dragon suggests something, 99 times out of 100, I'll hear what she suggests and go, oh, yeah, that sounds good. I can quite easily fall in love with the idea of eating most things. That's my man as well. See, I don't have a favourite food. I've said this many times in the past, and I like having a variety of food. So as long as I'm not having something that I had yesterday, today, and tomorrow, I'm okay with that. I like all food, and if it's different than what I had yesterday, I'm happy. But he loves my soups, so he does have favourite food. Okay. I mean, I have foods that I enjoy and will more often gravitate towards. Oh. Ow. But I can't think of any food that I will not eat. There are a few foods that I'm not bothered by, but it's not a dislike, and there is a place for them. It's just most of the time I go, eh. And it's normally down to I'd rather have it in a different form. So like tomatoes, for example. I don't care for tomatoes with breakfast when they've been on the griddle. I like tomatoes. I can eat them when they've been griddled. I just go, I would have rather it not been griddled. I was quite happy with it, just, as nature intended. Uncooked, just eat it. Broke down a chicken on Mondays, so I've been using that. Things like a chicken quesadilla. See, the word quesadilla is something I've heard many times. I don't recall reading it often, which is why when you put quesadilla in chat, my brain goes, quesadilla? Because that is not how I would expect it to be spelled. In a salad like last night, we will often... Hang on. When we do a chicken, we'll often do a roast dinner and then do leftovers because our schedules tend to be a little bit unpredictable. So having leftovers from a roast dinner mean that it's very easy and quick to do. Wow, my brain really isn't working. Bubble and squeak. So we do roast potatoes. We'll have lots of roast potatoes. Do carrots. Do lots of carrots. And then the leftover ones just end up in the fridge and I'll use them over the next couple of days. A few days. But it's a really handy thing to have spare and quick to knock up because it's already cooked. It just needs reheating in a pan. Shredded chicken with some roasted potatoes. That's good. See, I've sold you something. Now you know what you want. Not McDonald's. Too late, isn't it? I think this was the last level I was going to do. Wow, yeah. I'm kind of surprised that this last bit has gone so quickly. It's too late. Oh. Sorry. All I've done is filled you with regret. And all you've done is fill yourself with McDonald's. Yeah. Now, considering when we were looking at the seed before the season started, no one wanted this island. And yet other people chose smaller islands. This was seen as a small, awkward island. Quite big. Arabelle, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome in. Hi. Happy birthday. Belated birthday. 2 day belated? It was 2 days ago, right? I know these things. I pay attention to the Discord. I just get distracted. Welcome in. Not all who wander are lost, unless you are Jade. She's lost. I got lost earlier today. The Geo kindly let me use trading hall, and then when I came back, I didn't go the right way the first time, or the second. Third time, right direction. It was on Monday, yes. Yeah, 2 days ago. I was right. But birthday week is the right way to celebrate it. As Bluebird. Bird Blue, rightly said. I will always end up going Bluebird. Bluebird in my head just clicks. Bird Blue. I'm not saying it's right and your name is wrong. No, I'm saying that my brain will be permanently wrong. And I'm okay with that. I will struggle. Angelic, welcome in. Oh, that was sad. I looked over just in time to see the wolf murder the sheep. Ah, justice. Bluebird was taken, so yeah. Is that why you're Bird Blue? I thought that was an intentional choice of names, not a... Oh, I can't get the one I want. I'll go for something else. I mean, you could have gone for JF Bird Blue. Wait. I actually said it the right way round, but when I shouldn't have. You could have gone for Bluebird 42. Or Bluebird 69. Who doesn't like adding numbers to the end of things? Or 68. It's like 69, but I owe you one. Because 60 is one less than 69. See, yeah? Clever. Right. Today, I've done nothing particularly impressive. All I've done is dig down this bit of hill over here, dig down the bit of hill over there. Delenn? Hang on, what is this? Wait, that's the third raid we've had today. Thank you very much. Welcome in, Delenn. What were you up to today? Was it modded Minecraft? Was it the Minecraft stuff? Bobo? Oh. I don't like adding numbers to names because I forgot. Ignore that message. Okay. I'm now really curious what that number is and whether I need to give you a timeout. I'm worried and curious. In equal measure. I miscopied. Ah, social security number. Gotcha. Today I was back at the Puzzler Quern. Ah, congratulations. I'm glad you found time for it. And Motown Mickey. Is it Mickey? Mikey? Mikey? JF Bluebird was taken. Looking back now, I could have probably gone X Bluebird X, and maybe it would have worked. The irony of X and Bluebird being Twitter. Mickey, like the mouse. Gotcha. Also, starting that sentence, I was looking at it like, Mikey? Mickey? How do I start reading this message? One moment, I've got Steve's. Okay, I sneezed. Oh. Sorry, I might have to remute again. I still feel a tickle in my nose. Oh no, Bobo, your messages got deleted by mistake. That's the only way I can do it. Thank you for the blesses. Right, it is raining. And I'm getting wet. Thank you for the bless you. Death, thank you very much for the follow. I don't think I've ever been followed by Death before. Though, Death does follow me around. Mine are Bobos. Ah! Like this. Thank you, Aladar, for the creeper sound. Perfectly timed when I saw a creeper in my face. Death, welcome in. Can I join? This is not a public server, I'm afraid. This is truly Bedrock, and I am heading down here where it is safe. Thank you, JF, for doing the TB command. Oh, I know. It would have been funny. Ew. Thank you, Anonymous, for the 100 bits of the creeper sound. Very, very kind of you to give those expensive bits. I feel like I missed something. Bless you, my Bobos. Oh, both. That's what I meant. No. Oh, I didn't. I'm confused. Time has gone past. My brain is not working anymore. Lack of hygiene. Welcome in. Always look on the bright side of life. Just before your terminal breath. Death, asking is not going to get you on. It is not a server I even have the capacity to invite you to. And you've only just got here. If you continue asking like that, you will get timed out. It's not worth it. Promise you, it's not worth it. It's not worth it, Terry. It's not worth it. Thank you again for the raid. Both from Delenn and Maribel. As I was stepping out, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot to check for the creeper. I was terrified it was going to blow up in my face. Let's have a quick over here. Use Slack's basalt. There was a hill up this side, there was a hill up that side. It's gone. And I'm happy about that. This area here, while I think I will dig it out and get rid of it, what I might like to do is have a little jetty over here. The plan is going to be to trim down the island so we have a gradual slope going up. I want a house cottage over here, and I want to build some other things on the surface. Maybe a little field to grow some wheat, maybe a few bits and pieces around to make it look homely. Simple, not overdone, just basic. But in order to do the slopes, I had to get rid of the stone on top first, and I can start chipping away at areas where I want to dig it down. But if the main island is, you know, a fairly low down island, little slope to it, that's got to be the height of it. So from that height there, it's going to slope down to the waterline here. Slope down. Maybe keep similar height over here. It's going to drop down 1 or 2 blocks to this point, and then this will remain fairly high up and then slope off to the sides. But I'd like to do a little jetty here so I can do some fishing. May just get rid of that now, because I know that I want to do that, so I'm going to do it. And with a lot of Minecraft things, I might not necessarily know everything I want to get done. I just know the next thing that I want to get done. And the next thing I want to do is get rid of this little bit here, dig it down. If it's down to that level there, so 1 block beneath the water, I'm okay with that. And it does bridge over here, so if we take out even just this bit, it's no longer connected. And again over here we're sloping down. Okay, I'm happy. I also need to make a mental note to look at Quern. I'm not making a mental note, I'm taking a picture. That's right, I'll grab my phone, it's easier. Done. Although, as someone who already has a backlog of games to play, I don't need to be adding more stuff to the list, but I will. My list keeps growing because I've been very fortunate to work with a number of publishers in the past and get sent keys. My inbox is often full of ideas of things that I could play on stream. In fact, I have a stream planned for Friday for a game I've already played and completed. Airborne Empire. If you were part of the stream, you will remember it. I did several of them, but it's a city building game, but your city is not stationary. It floats around in the sky. And it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. I think I did 5 or 6 streams of it. I had added suggestions to my wish list as well. Yeah, I don't need to add more things. I shouldn't, but also I'm curious. I want to look into it. What was I saying? I was off on a tangent. Brain was working on something. It was help. My brain doesn't work. Now come back to me. It's rambling. Nope. Also, Angelic. There's a very cute emote. I'm a little bit biased, seeing as that is my cute cat, but you know, it's still a very cute emote. Oh yes, Airborne Empire. That's what I was talking about. I can remember things for more than 5 seconds sometimes. Philomena from Straythorn? I think it's Straythorn, the publisher behind Airborne Empire, reached out to say thank you very much for covering our game in the past. Just wanted to let you know that there's an update. There's a new add-on to the game, new quest lines, and it's all included in the original game. It's not a paid DLC, it's just more content for the same game. And I looked through the email and went, oh, that sounds really fun. I'd like to do that. I really enjoyed Airborne Empire. I would like to play it again. I then looked further into the game and realised that they had another additional content that was released in June, I think it was. So between those 2 updates, there's a lot of content that I really would like to play. And I went, yes, please. Yes, please. I think I will stream it. So Friday, I'm going to be streaming Airborne Empire, and the people over at Straightforward have very, very kindly gifted me some Steam keys so that we can have a giveaway. If you're interested in picking up a Steam key, be sure to come in on Friday when we're streaming it. Check it out, and if you're interested in that particular game, put your name in the hat, you might get a key. Other people have received keys from my streams before, haven't they, Angelic? It would kind of be funny if Redstone got it again. Out of curiosity, have you had a chance to load up Hurdling? Hurdling is a game where you have a herd of creatures and you have to move them. Not where you jump over things. That's a different kind of hurdling. That's hurdling, not hurdling. All that's done. I'll probably... I think I'll take this down one more layer and then replace it with dirt. I do not like digging underwater. It feels slow and like I'm going to drown. Loaded it, but didn't get to play much. Okay. So I haven't played Hurdling since the stream. I'd like to, but I also haven't had a lot of time at my computer. And if I've been at my computer, I want to stream or edit videos. And I haven't had the time to do either. As you know, life has been a little bit busy. And it's possibly going to get busier again soon. I don't want to tell the whole details because there will be some people that will find it uncomfortable and sort of knowledge that they don't want to have, but essentially we're waiting on a certificate. Haven't got it yet, and until we have the certificate we can't move forward with any plans, which makes it rather difficult to do anything because you're just waiting. So not fun when you just waiting for something before you can actually act. This shouldn't be long, but it is long. Just waiting. Right. Boop, 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 and boop. That's all I want to get rid of that area for now. I'll probably do some contouring underwater, but when I get round to doing that, I'll probably have a conduit. So this area here, whilst I don't want to keep it open, I don't know how I want to decorate this. I may just cover it up and go from there to there. Realistically, just going across here, this, and then up one layer will probably be enough that we'll do it up across. Witherbag, welcome in. How you doing? I'm bobbing up and down in the water. Oh, I do have depth strider. I was going to say that felt particularly slow, like I don't have depth strider, but I do. Repairing my pickaxe. How you doing with her? How was with the bag? Hey. Thank you very much for the resub. Hitting 46 months, coming up on 4 full years of being a subscriber. That's a long time. Thank you. Good, thanks yourself. Holding up. Mustn't grumble. And I've been on TB today, actually making progress. Killing dogs. We got rid of the hill. Both hills. Flattened it down. I've got all those shulkers full of stone and dirt, so I've made progress. It's good. I have worn out my tools a little bit, but that's fine. Because between now and when I next stream, I'll spend a little bit of time getting some XP is not too difficult to do. Why are you going down there? Easy peasy. Right, flying off time. We're back. Order a new keyboard. This one is on its way out. Out of curiosity, what kind of keyboard did you order? And what was your... Wait for it. Brain's still not braining today. Guiding factors? Things that you cared most about? I replaced my old keyboard. I had a big Razer Death something. I forget what it's called. It was an okay keyboard. I'm just not a fan of Razer. I don't like them as a company. Oh! What? No changes started in your channel. This minute! So I've got you at 70% of the way to what? Angelic, thank you very much for gifting 5 subscriptions. 5? Wait, why doesn't my... I can't see who they were gifted to. I have to... Wait a minute. I have to scroll. This is very unfortunate. Bear with. Oh, we'll do it that way. Gifting a sub to Motown. Motown Mickey. Welcome to the sub club. I know you're here. Avia, Yan MC, Erwin, and the Alien Doctor. Thank you, Angelic. That's incredibly kind of you. Thank you very much for starting a live chat. I didn't even notice the boop earlier. It was giant. Thank you. Look at all that love coming at Zach. So many subs. It's a lot of support, and it's never expected and always a but hello. Sorry, I was mid sentence and then. What are you doing there? Thank you, Angelic. Incredibly kind of you. And Wither, and everyone that's been here today. You've all been amazing, and I'm very, very lucky. Just one with RGB lights on is what I can... So, when I chose my current keyboard, so I now have an Ajaz keyboard. It's a 65% TKN 10 kilo. Wait, it's 10 keyless. It doesn't have the number pad on it. And nice, very nice. Thank you, Waywich, for the 69 bits. Very, very much appreciated. I wanted a smaller keyboard so that I have more desk space for when I need it. Just having the room to move the keyboard off and go, yep, I've got enough space to put paperwork on and do bits and pieces at my desk was important to me. And I think this keyboard was like £40, and it's got a 2.4 gigahertz wireless USB. It's also Bluetooth, and also you can plug it in by USB. So it works in multiple ways, and I can use it on multiple devices, and it's small and it feels nice to play with. That's a nice little one. It's a start. I haven't done much with it. Since the start of the season, I dug a hole and built storage, which is here. So we have storage chests. I haven't even allocated half of them to things yet. The idea is that I go, oh, I need to store that somewhere, and I haven't got a chest for it. I can just pick one. It's all manual storage. And I put an enchanting table in the middle. Then we spent the next however many streams it was building the mob farm beneath, which has been working quite nicely. It's a variation on the frugal flusher, which is a design I came up with a number of years ago, but essentially you got water in the corner of each platform and it releases periodically on a clock. But any mobs that spawn on the platforms get washed down. Obviously, whilst I'm here looking, there won't be any spawning on this layer, but it works. Now, the one I have ordered is a Rarica 205. Will do. I don't know what that is. I'm now curious. I would love to get a screenshot. I have plans for my future builds to be underground, be over that way. I wanted to have a window looking in on the farm so that anything produced from it you can see. And currently the output just goes to this barrel. It's not very fancy, but it works. Take this back. The efficiency will be increased as we do more lighting up around and as I'm working closer to it. Because we are on Bedrock, the proximity that you want to be to the farm is different than if we were on Java, for example. So a good spot for me to be in this world would just be in my glass box above, up there. That's not too bad for rates. Not best, but not too bad. I could play with a trident killer, but to be honest, quite happy. So does everything get pushed into a trident killer, or is it campfires? It's campfires currently. My plan was to change out the campfires for wither roses. We summoned a wither last stream on the server, and I got about 30 roses. I'm short by about 15 roses, so I need to either summon another wither or beg and borrow for some roses. Hello. Ow! Nope. Do you know what? Ah! That was very painful very quickly. Thank you again for the hype train. If you got access to a new emote, please be sure to share it. I love to see when people get something for supporting me. It helps me feel less guilty about the fact that you're all amazing and I will never deserve you. GG Skellies. I'm not wearing armor! And I messed up. Because I kept pressing spacebar when I shouldn't have. In Bedrock, you can fly with space. You can also fall out of the sky with space. See? But I'm sure I'll be playing with trident killers at some point. I just haven't yet. And when I built it, I didn't have access to tridents. And I'm just quite happy with it as it is, to be honest. It works. Choo-choo, I have all the emotes. Right, you're one of those people. By those people, I mean incredibly kind, amazing, awesome people. Don't need to do this, but, you know. Why not? This bit definitely needs to go down. At least one layer. Everywhere from basically here out that way. So, why not? I still have durability on my pick. Get started. Why are you wearing no armor? So, last time I was on TB, I summoned a wither. JCP helped. Thank you, Awich, for the slightly delayed choo-choo. Didn't get a new one, but this is cool. That is cool. You're quite right. We summoned a wither. I lost multiple sets of armor. The only thing I have from my original set of armor is my boots, and I somehow managed to keep hold of my sword and pickaxe. I lost my regular axe, and I lost several elytra. But yeah, I lost my armor, but managed to rescue JCBs, so I didn't feel too bad. And realistically, it was good armor. I can remake it. My priority for today was I get my elytra enchanted, which I've done. So I've enchanted this one, and this one just needs the book, which I can do now, actually. If I have elytra, rockets, and a pair of boots with depth strider and feather falling, I feel okay. I am less invincible than I would be with a full set of armor, but I have enough protection just from the boots that I'm okay. And the wings aren't going to break and me fall out of the sky. So I'm prioritizing digging over new armor. And realistically, I have lots of armor from end raiding. So there may even be a good set that I could combine together and make good armor, but I don't have the experience to do it right now. I'm happy just to stay as I am, use the levels that I've just gained today to enchant the elytra, and try and keep on top of mending my tools. If and when I get levels that I can merge things, I might do that. Right. It's not the correct angle, because this basically it needs to go down to that point. By the way, the reason the water is flowing this way is because someone took, I think it was iron ore that was in this wall. My iron! Someone took it. Someone. Don't know who. Someone. In my storage area, when we've gone end raiding, I've ended up with a reasonable amount of armor in here. I just haven't looked through it and decided, yeah, that's what I want to wear. Even if I went for just protection for mending. Like, that's good enough. I could wear that. There's other things in here. It's only a hat and a pair of leggings I need. So I'd go for those ones because of binding. Blast protection. I'm probably more inclined to just take like a pair of these. Head in here. Go. Let's unenchant them and throw them on and see if it offers me protection. But again, I don't have the levels for it, and it's not important right now. What I do have levels for. And doors up there. Boop boop. Spare set of elytra. Spare set of elytra. That comes out. Those go in. The elytra can go in here. So I've still got a few spares here. But this stuff should be going in my ender chest. One, two, three. At some point I'd like a redstone shulker. I haven't got around to it yet. I hear I missed Zach deaths today. Now I'm saying, oh, I haven't died today. I died last time I streamed on Truly Bedrock, which the full VOD is available on YouTube. In fact, it's had a reasonable number of viewers. Views. That's the word. Yeah, so it was published on the 5th of August. There we go. But for a 4-hour live stream, it's had 125 views. Who needs to watch? That was a while ago, over a month ago since I was last live streaming from TB. I've been busy and also distracted with stuff in my soloish world. Continuing. Oh, another one. Another shulker box. All the junk to be sorted later. So how was the wither experience on Bedrock? Deadly. Very deadly. I mean, I have a nether star now. Cost me my dignity. Well, what was left of it. Okay, this needs to... I could just dig this straight down, but what I'm going to do instead is choose a second line in the sand, and then we can always move them. I go over here, you see, and just dig a single line of stone. Gives me a shape of going down that I can trim off as and when I feel like it. I have a bad habit of releasing the wither in the end. See, Witherbag and Impish released the wither in the end. I think it was Witherbag and Impish. It was their farm on Ramble Life. I bravely went in and rescued the situation, but that was on Java. I think I would be better prepared for doing a wither again on Bedrock now. However, I don't have the supplies to do it. I think I have the wither skeleton heads. I don't have armor. So, am I going to summon a wither when I'm currently wearing boots and not much else? No. No, I'm not. That would be foolish. I think I could do a better job with it. And I don't think I did terribly. It's just, it got out of hand with the large area that it destroys. So when in Java, I think how to phrase this, when you are in a long thin tunnel and you're here and the wither's here and it wants to get to it, it kind of chomps this block and then it chomps this block. When they're in Bedrock, chomps like a 5 by 5 by 5 bit, so it suddenly is on top of you. And then and so that safety passage you have disappears very quickly. And then yeah. So yeah, in hindsight I would have built a longer tunnel. That would be deadlier. Massive area chomps out once. And I foolishly left my essential shulker on the ground by the exit, thinking the tunnel was long enough. It wasn't. And then when it got broken, I didn't manage to pick it up and it despawned. So I lost lots of things. I was so confused when he escaped. Yes, I know. And I think it escaped again after that because Impish tried to redo it based on some guidance from Karis, I think. And then it did exactly the same thing again. Punch this tree. I need the oak anyway. I'd like to keep an eye out for the saplings. I'd like to replant oak. Oop. Hello? Found the cat. I should say the cat found me. Hello, Jez. Here's on my lap. Hello? No creepers, please. I'm stroking cat. Jasmine is my adorable cat, who, while streaming, she will often come up to me, go brrr, and meow, and then she'll head bosh my shin before I pick her up and give her a little stroke, just to let her know that she is loved. And then she goes, "Yep, I feel loved." I go, "Sit down now." Hey Winch, thank you for the takeover emote. However, Mrs. Dragon is not even home. There will be no takeover whilst Mrs. Dragon is away. Very difficult to do. I can't even get her to guest appear. She's visiting Granny and Grandad. It's just me and Jasmine at home right now. Maybe I go sleep. Woo! Damn it, seems safer. Sleeping through the night. Good morning. Now! I don't like that. That's not a good way to start the day. Still don't like it. Also, you're shooting very close to my cat. Oh, he's dead now. It's fine. Right, and I need the XP, thank you, to repair my pickaxe. All the XP, please. Oh, got it. Hello. Bits from this. Grab the apple and the saplings. Right, then I need to find someone to raid off to, because whilst I'm very happy to have been streaming today, my brain has not been functioning. I need to go to bed, where my brain can rest, and hopefully tomorrow I can word. And then who knows, by Friday when I next stream, I might even be semi-okay at this streaming malarkey. And again, we will be having a Steam key giveaway on Friday. Don't know whether it's 1, 2 or 3 keys. We will see. I'll let you know. Let's find someone to raid off to. Whom is online and worthy of your time? Well, many options. There's a good option. Yeah, that would work. Thanks for the stream. No, thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of our hype train. Just thank you for being amazing, Orange. And thank you everyone else as well. You've all been awesome. And I'm very, very lucky. Hope to see you all on Friday. Until then, head on over to the Ricky Roy, who is currently streaming, playing some Minecraft. Never heard of it. If you would like to make me look good, there is a very cool message. You can copy and paste it. And doing so makes me look like a professional streamer that's respectable. Well, makes me look like a streamer that has a Ray message. Oh no, I have terrible timing. ZactheDragon, welcome in. I'm sorry. It's alright, you haven't missed out on much. My brain's not been working well today, so it's probably for the best. A dragon is never late. He always raids precisely when he meant to. That is the message. If you would copy and paste it. In fact, I'm going to copy and paste my own message today. I'm remembering. Look. Look, I've got it on my clipboard. The bot has emotes now. Some emotes. I think you'll find the think one, maybe a follower emote. And my bot is a follower of my channel, therefore it has that emote. But the bot won't have the emote outside of this chat. You know what I mean? So follower emotes work as subscriber emotes elsewhere if you are subscribed, but if you are just a follower, you can only use those emotes in the stream of the owner of that. You know what I mean? Thank you very much. Goodbye!